Hi y'all. I'm gonna do this one without a video. Sorry. Just not feeling it. Anyway, this is part 2 of 2, and we are talking about the different Balinese tribes. So, the Bahaju tribe, they are the sea gypsies. They're boat-dwelling nomads. They deliberately rupture their eardrums at a very young age. And this is so that they can dive deeper and hold their breath longer. And there is a quick video. It's about 7 minutes. So I want you to watch that on your own. And that kind of shows a little bit more about the kind of thing that these people do. They do live on the sea, which is kind of cool. So, the Badeo tribe, um, these are voluntarily in isolation, um, and they have resisted um, the attempt to modernize or even have people come into the village, such as tourists and whatnot. They are known, or at least thought, to have supernatural powers. No outsider, even an anthropologist, has ever been allowed to witness their rituals. They are descendants of the Batarari, Clica Adam. They're thought to preserve harmony of the world, and that's why no one at all is allowed on the inner circle or to come into their main village. So they're not even, when people come to visit the village, they're allowed to go on the outside where the commoners are, but they have an inner village, so it's basically concentric circles of like the commoners are on the outside, and then they have their village kind of looks like this, with the temple being right here, supposedly from aerial shots. But no one has ever been allowed past this first circle where the commoners are. Um, so that's kind of interesting. So the next one is the Dane tribe. They're in the highlands, and so they are mountain dwelling. They have a big man system, which, if you remember, the big men are kind of more, they don't really have much power. They can persuade and express their beliefs, but it's up to the tribe. Again, former cannibalists. They do have ancestor worship, and pigs play an important role. In their culture, it's not only about celebrations with feasts, but also about wealth. Um, Sweet potatoes are also a big thing because they are used as dowries. Women, and that's what this woman's, if you look at her hands, they end up taking off parts of their fingers during mourning. It's supposedly been outlawed, but you know, kind of like the they were cannibals thing. So the Yali tribe, they were discovered in 1961. They are pygmies. And so they're supposedly about the same height as I am, which is 4'11". They are cannibals. They're one of the more fierce of the tribe, even though they are considered pygmies. They would grind the bones and toss it into the jungle. Um, Women actually own the houses and men live in communal houses. So that's kind of like the Yanomamo that we watched the video about. Sometimes they killed an enemy for meat, not headhunters, though. So they were so dreaded that many of the villages did not interact. So the languages changed and they could not understand each other. Okay, the next is the Lamara tribe. They are a whaling village. Most of their meat is taken during one time of the year when they're allowed to hunt. Typically, the tribe or the village takes in about 20 sperm whales a year. Whaling is illegal except for this tribe during this time of year. Um, but they also eat manatees and dolphins. So it is changing. Their way of life is changing with the addition of machinery and just more modern type instruments that are coming into play in their villages. Their soil is so thin that it can't grow much, so they end up trading the sea life that they catch with nearby village for fruits, vegetables, and rice. Next, we have the Abayu tribe. These are Christians, but they are influenced by the animist traditions, which animists remember ancestors as well as nature spirits. They are mainly farmers. They're supposed to be the happy group of people. They're always, always happy. Um, I would like for you guys to watch this video. It's their dance of happiness. So, and this dance is performed all the time, supposedly. Next, the Dayak tribe. Um, Power rules the lives of humans, plants, and animals, according to them. These tattoos are made using long orange fruit spines and soot from pots. A lot of people will end up getting the tattoos from their shamans, um, as far as visitors and tourists and whatnot. They are headhunters, as well as nomadic farmers. Basically, they do the slash and burn agriculture. They move when the soil stops being as plentiful. And so they have supernatural power known as Semigot. Their incredible tattoos are what they're known for, as well as their extremely large earrings. And they do live in longhouses. Next, we have the Mentitwawi tribe. This is one of the oldest tribes. They are animist. Everything around us has a soul, is their thing. Tattoos symbolic of balance between nature and people. You will notice she does have a lot of tattoos. And the women of the tribe, soon after puberty, end up going through a ceremony where their teeth are sharpened. And it's a sign of beauty. It's very painful, and they do not use any sort of anesthesia or anything. So, and then we have the Orang Rimba. These are traditional nomadic people. They tend to hunt wild pigs. They're egalitarian. Their hierarchy is based upon a combination of age, gender, and knowledge of the law and their culture. They are guided by spirits, gods, and goddesses. They were forced to convert to the government's religion and laws, but they still hold their old traditions as well. The Bali Amagi or Bali Mala. Um, I do have another video for this tribe that I will link at, on Blackboard after this. But they sacrifice human blood. They believe in cremation. They have a celebration that is 3 days that is very popular. especially for tourists to come see. So, and they do combat with razor sharp weapons during that point in time. People will die during these celebrations. They live in the mountains, and it's one of the tradition that prohibits divorce as well as polygamy. So they're very once you're with someone, you're with them. That's it. So, and this is where the traditional tie dye comes from. So, that is it on Bali. I hope you enjoyed it and got a little bit something of it out of it, and I will see you later.